Betsy Bowen, Lebanon County Redevelopment Authority.
And Dan Lyons, Lebanon County Redevelopment Authority.
All right. Wherever you'd like to start.
Okay, thank you. I have two pieces of CDBG, Community Development Block Grant business this morning, related to the application, the fiscal year 2018 application that we'll be submitting to the state tomorrow. We were here 2 weeks ago and had most of that business taken care of, but these were the two outstanding items. The first is the cooperation agreement between the County of Lebanon and South Lebanon Township, which is the only entitlement municipality in the state's program in Lebanon County. And the state requires a cooperation agreement between the county and South Lebanon because the state contracts solely with the county and then entrusts the county with administering South Lebanon's program as well. And this is an agreement that historically has been a 3-year agreement. So the last time this agreement was entered into was 2015. Shortly after that agreement was entered into, the State Department that manages the CDBG program released a new model template for the cooperation agreement that they're asking their grantees to use, and it is a 1-year agreement. So that's what we have today. It's the South Lebanon supervisors signed the agreement at their meeting last week, and I have 2 copies of that here that we're asking you to approve and sign.
Okay, do I have a motion to that effect?
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the cooperative agreement between Lebanon County and South Lebanon Township. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered.
Thank you. The second item of business is related to Section 504, which is a civil rights anti-discrimination statute related to persons with disabilities. The county is tasked with ensuring that no one is discriminated against on the basis of disability when it comes to access to federally funded programs that the county administers, such as the CDBG program. And the county has a history of enforcing Section 504 statute with committees that made improvements to county facilities for accessibility modifications, things of that nature. With this year's CDBG application, the state has asked all their grantees to recognize their Section 504 officer publicly in a meeting, and then to post a notice publicly on your grounds. So that's what this is. This is I'm asking you to make a motion recognizing Jamie Bolgemuth as the county's Section 504 officer, and then also to post a notice identifying Jamie and his contact information somewhere in the municipal building.
Is there a salary that goes with that?
Negotiable.
He wears more hats than anybody else in the county.
He's got a lot of titles, I'll tell you.
Just to add to that, if I could, before they act, there has been a committee in the past which you want to resurrect, I guess, or you want to make sure we
That's right.
consider the CDBG allocations before they're approved. That's what they're requiring. So
That's right. In the past, the county has had a Section 504 committee on which Jamie served, and that committee was tasked with inspecting county properties and making recommendations for accessibility improvements. And that exercise was conducted twice, first in 1989, 1990, and then again around the year 2000. And both times the committee's recommendations were implemented. And then the committee kind of went silent, went inactive for a time. And the state is asking us to reinvigorate that committee, not only for the purpose of kind of conducting that facilities inspection again, but they would like to see it remain active and meet at least once a year to review the CDBG application and weigh in on the activities that are proposed. That was not a requirement for this year's cycle, just this sort of recognition of the officer, but that's coming, so probably in the coming year we'll have to reestablish that committee.
And one more add to that, as far as the inspections go, we've not discontinued inspections. In fact, probably the opposite. The safety committee does inspect all of our facilities annually as part of our carrier requirement. And so when we do that, we also, if there's anything that's in disrepair, you know, so as far as an ADA facility or anything like that, it gets addressed.
Is
So,
there anything that keeps the same committee from serving both?
I don't know. Maybe the county safety committee could also serve as that committee. That's a
Seems to me it
possibility.
would be redundant if you didn't.
Possibly. I'm not familiar with your safety committee. I know, looking through historical documents, that the 504 committee, when it existed, included some county officials. It actually included Jamie, it included a commissioner, but it also had, half the members were disability advocates. So and I don't know if that was the required composition of the committee.
I don't think it was. I think
Okay.
that we included them.
Okay, we can look into that. Yeah.
I
Don't want
think
to
that-
duplicate anything.
I think our building and grounds supervisor, as well as at the time Ray Bender,
Mhm.
Redevelopment Authority, was also on it. So that's something we can consider. We can talk about the safety committee with you, see if
Okay.
that might fit the, whatever definition they have.
Great,
All right?
thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the formation of the committee.
No.
Designation.
To appoint.
To appoint
James.
Jamie to represent us
Mhm.
in the public and on the committee.
I'll second the motion to approve your resume.
All right, I have a motion and a second to give Jamie that designation. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So ordered, Jamie, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Should we get a picture?
Forward to sure. I think we're good.
Thank
We
you.
have a proclamation to that effect. Okay, what else?
Okay, the next item is with the Redevelopment Authority acting as the City of Lebanon Land Bank Administrator. We had provided to the commissioners property descriptions for 4 properties that the Land Bank may be interested in acquiring prior to the judicial sale. As of yesterday, all 4 of those properties still have outstanding taxes. None of them have been paid at this point. So in keeping with the cooperation agreement that was formed between the City Land Bank and the county commissioners, we're asking for the county's approval of all or any, however you choose to act on this, of the properties that we submitted.
I move to approve all 4 as presented.
Would you mind seconding that?
No, I don't mind seconding it. Before I do second, I would just like to say again that I appreciate you providing the Board of Commissioners with information on those properties, and I think that was something that I advocated for, and I think it's at least gives us an opportunity to review those and see if they're legitimate, and I reviewed them closely, and I like the information that you gave. In all cases, I think they're not occupied, so I can at least feel that I'm not playing a role in putting someone out of their home, at least at the present time. So I will second the motion, so we have a motion and a second.
Can I just also add?
Sure.
Bill's acknowledging the clarity of each property, and I've communicated that to you as well. I thought it was well done, very clear, and so I appreciated all that detail. Thank you.
And under comments, I respectfully have a philosophical difference on this particular issue. And so I have not hidden behind anything that I shared previously. I think you guys do a stellar job in what you do. This particular program I disagree with, so.
Thank you.
All right. Any other discussion or questions from anyone? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the 4 properties that were presented to give permission or a route for the city to accept those properties, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries 2-1.
Thank you.